Then Adam needed some lunch for his lunches. Okay, I like to... Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and in today's video I have a giant grocery haul for you guys. So I got a bunch of stuff today. Adam and I, we really needed to stock up on lots of veggies and meats and cheeses and everything like that. So I'm gonna be sharing everything today. We got some new stuff and a lot of our go-tos. And we did go to Woodman's, which is one of our favorite places to go grocery shopping. We haven't been there. I feel like it's been almost like a year now at this point. I know since we've moved, we haven't been back there because it's a little bit further now. But Woodman's is just like a giant store that has everything. Like they have every brand. I love it so much, and their prices are always really reasonable. It's local to like the Northwest Illinois area and Wisconsin. I don't know where else they have them. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with what we got today. If you enjoyed this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and start with some produce. So for produce today, we needed pretty much everything that we usually buy. So I'm just gonna kind of speed around through it because some of it's stuff that we get pretty much every time and you've seen before. So starting with grapes, I like to get these to have after my breakfast or lunches usually, because whenever I finish eating, I want something sweet. So it's always a good fruit option for me. It's 0 points and the red are my favorite. Then always we get some bananas for protein shakes and for Adam to take to work. We also always get Honeycrisp apples, which are for me because I have one every single day after dinner. So the same way I am with grapes during the day, like breakfast and lunch, I crave sweet right after I finish my dinner, and I have a Honeycrisp apple right after just to help me get a little bit more full and to satisfy that sweet craving, but then I still have my regular dessert after. It just helps me to stay consistent with having an apple a day. So I always have a Honeycrisp. It's 0 points for one, and these ones are actually really big today, so I'm excited about those. We needed some lettuce, so we use this for like burgers and sandwiches and stuff. Specifically, Adam grabbed this for his sandwiches that he packs for work. And then we got some shredded carrots, which I like to use for different types of veggie mixes, whether it's for like a stir fry. And sometimes I actually like to include them with my eggs. I like to make them with like mushrooms or peppers or onions or something. And it just kind of reminds me of like quiche that has carrot in it. So that's why I like to have these for 0 points. The zucchini looked so good today, so I stocked up on it. They were pretty big, but 0 points. It's one of the things that I include in my veggie mix, which I make a veggie mix every single week just to stay on track with incorporating vegetables into my meals. So I add it to pretty much anything. Anytime I make like a pasta dish or eggs or pizza or a bowl, which you guys, if you follow me, you know bowls are like a huge part of helping me stay on track and having filling meals and just using prepared ingredients that I have on hand. So veggie mix is one that I always include, and I do zucchini, onion, and bell pepper, which I got some red onions today for that. And then I got some bell peppers. I got yellow, orange, and red. And I just like to get the variety because it's nice to have that for the veggie mix. And then sometimes we use it for different recipes. Usually if I make a pasta with a bell pepper, I'll use like a red one. So I usually get extra of those. But those are just for that, for veggie mix and stuff. Then with pasta, I also really like to have asparagus as a side. It's so easy to just toss it in the air fryer or the oven if I have it on, and then spray it with some nonstick spray and add some seasoning or Parmesan. It's 0 points, helps me hit my vegetable goals and makes the meal a little bit more filling. Then I got some cucumbers, which I like to dice up and add to bowls, whether it's like a Rangoon bowl or like a Mediterranean or like bowl with feta and stuff. There's so many different things you can do with cucumbers. I also like to use them for snack plates, which I made a snack plate the other day and cucumbers were what I was missing from it, so I might do that soon. I like to use them to dip in my tuna, or if I have like hummus or any other types of dip. Then I got some blueberries for my yogurt bowls, although lately I've been doing frozen fruit. I still got one of these. These are 0 points, and they're just a good topping on my yogurt. However, lately I have been loving frozen fruit for my bowls, so I kind of stocked up today when I went. These are all 0 point options. I made sure to check and see that there's no added sugar or anything to these. It's just the fruit. First thing, I got this giant bag of strawberries because that's the one I use the most as my base for my yogurt bowls. I honestly like to just take it out and put it in a bowl and microwave it, and even until it gets a little bit warm, because then it's kind of liquidy and it makes like a syrup, which reminds me of like strawberries on a sundae. So I got the big bag of this for 0 points. Then I've also been loving peaches. So I just got a smaller bag of these peaches, and again, I just pop them in a bowl, heat them up, and then top the bowl with some yogurt and some cereal or granola, and it is Seriously so good. The peaches have a little bit of like a sourness to them, so I've really been enjoying those. And those I usually strain the liquid. The strawberries I usually keep the liquid. And then same with this. I specifically wanted a berry blend that had cherries in it because the one I got last time did, and the cherries were my favorite part. So this has blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, red tart cherries, and dark sweet cherries. So I'm excited for this one, and I usually keep the liquid in because again, it makes kind of like a syrup, and then I'll do like a cinnamon cereal or something in that. So that's why I got all that frozen fruit. I'm excited to make some yogurt bowls this week. And then I got some potatoes, which these aren't technically 0 points. They are 1 point for the serving on WeightWatchers, but they are the Simply Potato shredded hash brown potatoes. They're 70 calories for 2/3 cup, 2 grams of fiber, 2 grams of protein. And I like to use these to make egg scrambles in the morning. I've made so many in like my what I eat today videos and stuff, so I can link one in the description or something like that, or I'll show one coming up soon because I make them all the time for breakfast with some eggs, some veggies, and then some type of protein and maybe some cheese. And then I also got some of these diced potatoes this time that are 90 calories for 3/4 cup. They've got 2 grams of fiber, 2 grams of protein, and they're 2 points for the serving. Okay, then I also grabbed a couple frozen veggies. So I like to get this for fried rice. It's just a mixed vegetable blend. So it's got carrots, corn, green beans, and peas. And with that, when I make the fried rice, I use this cauliflower and sweet potato blend. So this is technically, I think, 2 or 3 points for the entire bag, but I usually just put it in the recipe and then incorporate the points then and figure out from there. But it does help to add some extra fiber and veggies to a meal when I make rice, and does make it a lower point option. Then moving on, so I got some eggs. These are our favorite eggs. They're a little bit more expensive, but so worth it for even how they make us feel and just the taste and everything. So I was happy to see they had an 18 count. I got that so we can have eggs for breakfast. And then I also grabbed some of these chicken sausages. So this is the country style. It's 2 points for 1 patty, 80 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, and they have 9 grams of protein. These are fully cooked. You just have to heat them up, and then I like to add them to either like a bagel sandwich or just like regular toast or an English muffin, or sometimes I'll even use them for a McGriddle. Then I grabbed some imitation crab for different recipes. I don't have anything specific in mind that I'm gonna use it for this week, but I like to just have it in the fridge as an option, especially when I have cucumbers. It's 2 points for 2 pieces, which it's just like the sticks like this. It's 70 calories for that serving, 9 carbs, 4 grams of sugar, and 9 grams of protein. I just like to add this in. It adds a little bit of protein, and it's something I honestly just really like the taste of. It helps to satisfy that craving for when we go out for like sushi and stuff. So I'll probably use this to make like a bowl or something, or even like a crab dip or something. I'll see how I'm feeling. But I got some center cut bacon. This is also 2 points for 2 slices. It's got 70 calories and 6 grams of protein in that serving. So I'll just make this whole thing at once and then use it for different meals and breakfast. The same way it's nice to have the pre-cooked chicken sausage ready, it's also nice to have some bacon. So I actually have some cooked in a container right now already in the fridge. I don't need to make that one yet, but it's easy to just add to breakfast, lunches, and dinners when you have it already made. I got some turkey pepperoni for when we make pizzas. It's 2 points for the serving of 17 slices, although sometimes I'll just use a 1 point serving, which is like 12 slices. But for that, it's 70 calories, 4 grams of fat, and 9 grams of protein. It tastes a little bit different than regular pepperoni. It's definitely not as like rich, but I like the flavor and it works as a good substitute. So this is something we usually buy a lot. Then Adam needed some lunch meat for his sandwiches for lunch. So he just got this. It's just a smaller container of Chipotle seasoned chicken breast. It's 1 point for the serving of 2 ounces, 50 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, 1 carb, and 9 grams of protein. I needed to buy some ground meat for meals this week. So I'm gonna make a big batch of taco meat using some 99% lean ground turkey, which is 0 points on WeightWatchers. It's got 120 calories and 28 grams of protein. Then this one, I just like to buy the 93% every once in a while because it does have a different taste and texture from the 99%. It isn't 0 points on WeightWatchers. It is 4 points for the serving of 4 ounces. It's got 170 calories, 8 grams of fat, and 22 grams of protein. So it's just something that I like to incorporate every now and then. You could even mix these together to make a big batch of something that's a little bit lower point, but not 0 points. But I like to just have both options. It's nice to mix things up. And then another 0 point protein, just some chicken breast. So It's 110 calories for 4 ounces and 24 grams of protein, which helps to make meals really filling. Like I said, it's 0 points, and I'll probably just cook this and shred it and either make it into like a barbecue chicken or taco chicken, but since I'm already making the turkey into taco meat, I might do something else with this. Then some freezer chickens, which I was so happy that Woodman's had these today because these are my favorite. I haven't seen this one in over a year, I think. I feel like it's been that long, but it is the Tyson black pepper chicken. It's 0 points on WeightWatchers. It's got such good flavor, and sometimes the blackened chicken is just a little bit too much flavor and a little bit too much spice for me. So that's why I really like this one. I actually bought 4 bags of it today so that we could have it in our freezer because I just love it so much, and it's so easy as like a 0 point protein when I don't have any prepped in the fridge, because sometimes I do. It's 0 points, 130 calories for 3 ounces, 4 grams of fat, 2 carbs, and 21 grams of protein. Then the blackened chicken is 110 calories for 3 ounces, 3 grams of fat, and 20 grams of protein, and also 0 points. So like I said, the blackened chicken has a kick to it. It's pretty spicy, but it is good. It does have a good flavor. It tastes like fast food chicken to me, and it just like helps satisfy that craving, but for 0 points, it's really nice. So I had to grab some of that. Okay, I was just finishing up editing my video and realized that I missed a chunk of stuff from our grocery haul. So really quick, I was just gonna go through the dairy items because that's what I missed. So I've got some Fairlife milk that I got that's just the fat-free. It's 2 points for the serving of a cup, and it's 80 calories for that serving. I usually use the 1 point serving for my protein shakes or for bowls of cereal. Then I got some non-fat plain Greek yogurt. This is 0 points on WeightWatchers and what I use for my 2-ingredient dough. I got some NIKKIGETSFIT vanilla Greek yogurt, which is what I use for my yogurt bowls, and it's 3 points for the serving on the label, but I usually just use a 2 point serving that I weigh out. And then some cheeses I got. So we needed sliced cheese for sandwiches and burgers. I got reduced fat Swiss and pepper jack, and both of these are 2 points for the slice. Then I got some reduced fat feta, which is 1 point for the serving, and it's got 45 calories, and I like to use this for different bowls. And then some shredded cheese. So these are both reduced fat as well. They're 3 points for the serving for both of them, and I like to use them for pizzas, for eggs, for pasta. I've already used some of this one, but that's the cheeses that I got. So just because I forgot to show these, I wanted to quickly include them. Then just some random things that I got, some cans and stuff. So I needed tomato sauce and tomatoes, so I just try to get the no salt added if I can find them, but if not, it's not like a huge priority. But I got petite diced tomatoes, and then I got some tomato sauce, which my favorite tomato sauce to get is the Trader Joe's one. We've tried a bunch of different brands, and some of them just give me heartburn, and it's just the weirdest thing. But I haven't tried this one, so I'm hoping it's okay. And that'll just be for pasta and pizzas. And I just like to season it with some different like seasonings and Parmesan and stuff. Then we needed some jalapeno peppers, so I just grabbed a jar of these. These are nice whenever we make like nachos or tacos or something. Sometimes I need them for salsa as well. So I grabbed those, especially now that we don't have our garden with fresh jalapenos for the rest of the year. I got some refried beans, and these are fat-free, so they're 0 points on WeightWatchers. The only ingredients are just beans, water, and then some seasonings. It's got onion powder, chili pepper, and garlic powder. I'm gonna use these for a meal we're making with the taco meat, but a good 0 point option that helps you to feel a little bit more full. They're 90 calories for a half cup. They've got 6 grams of fiber and 6 grams of protein. So a good protein and fiber option. I needed some more Sweet Baby Ray's no sugar added barbecue sauce. I've been using a lot of barbecue sauce lately. I've been making pizzas and stuff, and I went through it pretty quick. They had all 3 flavors there, and they have like sweet and spicy, sweet and smoky, but I decided the original really is my favorite lately. So it's 0 points on WeightWatchers, 15 calories for 2 tablespoons. It's got 4 carbs, 1 gram of sugar, and 1 gram of protein. I also grabbed some Taco Bell Verde sauce. So I really like the mild, but I also like the Verde, and for a recipe I'm gonna be making, I wanted to have this. So 0 points and just add some good flavor. I really like this one with eggs as well, so I'm excited I grabbed that again. And then with my eggs lately, I have been craving Cholula, just like the original one, and we've got like a few flavors of them, but not just the plain one. So I grabbed a bottle of this because this is one of my favorite sauces to add to eggs. Adam needed some mustard, and both of those are 0 points. The mustard that we got is also 0. It's just a spicy brown mustard for Adam's sandwiches. I also like to use it when I make hard-boiled eggs, and I'll just kind of like mash them in a cup with some mustard, and then it adds a little flavor to it, and some salt and pepper, and even like paprika to make it like kind of like a deviled egg. Then we got some soy sauce, also 0 points. I like to get the less sodium. and this is just for different recipes. I needed some taco seasoning too. This is the one that I like to use. It is just the Taco Bell mild taco seasoning mix. It's 15 calories for 2 teaspoons. And what I do is I just add it to the cooked meat once it's done, and then the water that it tells you to, and then you've got seasoned taco meat, and it tastes like Taco Bell taco meat. Then the last sauce that we got, so I was so happy to see this as well. I haven't seen this in a couple months, and when we tried it in a snack review, this one was like one of my favorites. So Bolt House has a fire chili ranch. I don't know which one I like more between this one and the everything one now, but the everything one has really good flavor too. This one's got a good kick to it. It's 2 points for 2 tablespoons, 50 calories. It's got 3.5 grams of fat, 3 carbs, and 2 grams of sugar. It's also got 1 gram of protein. I was actually just gonna get the regular ranch, and then I saw that they had one more of these, and I was so excited because it's really good with bowls and even just like cucumbers or on salad, which we don't eat many salads, but we always have ranch on hand for different things, even like potatoes and stuff like that. So anyway, grab some of this. It is 2 points. Okay, I have been enjoying cold brew concentrate lately. I still like to use my Nespresso pods for my protein coffee, but I recently tried Dunkin'. They had like a caramel one and a pumpkin spice, and I really liked it. And I was excited to get some more today. And they didn't have the Dunkin' brand at Woodman's, but they did have Starbucks. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a try. This one is caramel dolce, so I feel like that's gonna be a good flavor. It is 0 points on WeightWatchers. It's got 15 calories for 6 ounces and 2 carbs. Technically, you're supposed to just fill the glass with ice, pour 6 ounces of this, and then 6 ounces of water, and then that is the cold brew. But I have been doing 6 ounces of this with ice and then a Quest salted caramel protein shake, and it is so good. It's been like the perfect amount and the perfect ratio. So that is what I got this for. I'm excited to try this with the Quest salted caramel because I haven't tried the Starbucks one yet. So I'm excited to see how this is, and I'll be using it for my protein coffees. Then moving on to some wraps that I got. So you guys know we love our La Banderita tortillas. I got the regular size and the large. These are 1 point for 1, 2 points for 1, 60 calories for the regular, 1.5 grams of fat, 15 carbs, 12 grams of fiber, and 3 grams of protein, so very high fiber. And then the large ones have 90 calories, 2 grams of fat, 23 carbs, 18 grams of fiber, and 5 grams of protein. So I love to use these for breakfast, lunches, and dinners, honestly. I use them for like a breakfast burrito, or for lunch I'll do like a barbecue chicken wrap or a BLT wrap. And then for dinner I like to use them for enchilada bakes, or if we're doing any type of wrap, even for dinner. They're just a really nice option. They are definitely on the more filling side because of the high amount of fiber. And that's just what helps us to make our meals more filling, is finding foods that have more fiber and stuff. So these are always a good option we like to have in our fridge. Then this is something that I've tried flatbreads from their brand before, but not these ones specifically, so I am excited to see how these are. I originally had the other brand, I can't remember what it is right now, but like the red packaging. Then I saw these and decided to give them a shot instead because I was comparing some of the nutrition and these were just like a little bit better. Honestly, not that much different. These are 2 points for the sheet. They're 120 calories, a half gram of fat, 22 carbs, 4 grams of fiber, and 6 grams of protein. And you can use them as like a pizza crust. You can cut them and make them as crackers or panini or pinwheels. They are vegan and low sodium. And yeah, I'm just excited to try them out and see. I think it'll be good to just add some veggies and protein to this and make like a wrap or flatbread out of it. I used to love the mushroom melt from Potbelly, and these look very similar to the flats that they had for that sandwich and the different flats or whatever, but I'm gonna try this and see how it is, and then maybe we could do some copycat Potbelly at home. Okay, a few other things. So I was excited to see they had the Hearts of Palm lasagna. It's my favorite Hearts of Palm recipe to make. These are 0 points on WeightWatchers. It's 20 calories for a third of this, and 4 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 1 gram of protein. The only ingredient is just sliced Hearts of Palm, and it just works so well for lasagna bake. Now I'm like getting hungry just thinking about it. I wanna make it so badly, but I need to get some ricotta cheese because I don't have that. So anyway, it's a recipe that will be in my newer cookbook whenever I finish that up, and that's something that I'm excited to make for dinner because it is more filling again. It's got a little extra fiber, but it's just a nice 0 point food. Then some regular pastas that I got. I love that Woodman's has al dente. I'm not always able to find this brand, but they do have some carbonara options, which are lower in WeightWatchers points. We've got this one here, which this has 6 servings in the bag. It is 12 ounces. And for 1 serving, it's 3 points on WeightWatchers. So the whole thing's 18 points on WeightWatchers. But for the serving of a 6th, it's 180 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, 32 carbs, 8 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 16 grams of protein. And this one I like to just use as like a regular pasta. I feel like it's more just like a noodle, whereas these ones are more like fettuccine, so they only take like 4 minutes to cook and they get nice and soft. They're 180 calories for 2 cups, 1.5 grams of fat, 32 carbs, 8 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 16 grams of protein. That serving's got 3 points, making this whole bag 15 points. Usually we'll get like 3 servings out of it and it's a filling portion. That's what I love about those. And it's nice because Woodman's had all of my pasta options. They also had these, which I've been buying more recently. You guys probably know how much I love my Barilla Protein Plus pasta, which I did grab a couple boxes of these because they had the different types of noodles that the other stores haven't had lately. So I did get some rotini and elbows. This is 4 points for the serving on WeightWatchers, 190 calories, 1 gram of fat, 5 grams of fiber, 38 carbs, and 10 grams of protein. And then recently I've started buying the Goodles because they sell just their noodles. They do have the mac and cheese boxes with like the packet of cheese and stuff, but this is just their pasta and I've really been enjoying it. For the serving of 2 ounces dry, it's got 180 calories and it's 4 points on WeightWatchers, 1 gram of fat, 38 carbs, 7 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 10 grams of protein. So honestly, I think it's very, very similar to the Barilla Protein Plus. I just really like the shape of it. It's like these squiggly loop-de-loop cavatappi, but they're kind of like thinner. So I've been enjoying those, and again, it's something different. It might sound ridiculous that like the shape of a noodle can make that much of a difference, but when it comes to just keeping things interesting and making this weight loss journey sustainable, little things like that actually do make a big difference, for us personally at least. So that's something we like to do. Then this is just a random thing that we have gotten in the freezer before, and we actually really like them. You could just pop them in the air fryer and they're just like a nice little crispy either snack that we like to have when it's like appetizer night and we just have a couple different apps. They're authentic Filipino egg rolls and they are 4 points for 6 of them. So that serving's 180 calories, 3.5 grams of fat, 21 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, and 13 grams of protein. So it's got a decent amount of protein, and like I said, they're just like a good snack that we can have, or an appetizer night thing, or sometimes I'll just make us some like stir fry, like veggies and rice, and then we'll have these as a side, like a little egg roll side. Okay, then finishing up, we just have some snacky things. So I got some meat sticks. These are the Mighty Sparks chicken sticks. I love that they have them in the 4-packs now because they used to just sell them individual and I would just buy all the individual ones, but now they have the 4-packs. These are 2 points for one for the honey jalapeno flavor, and then these are only 1 point for the original, and they're just like sea salt and pepper. They're gluten-free, soy-free, and for the salt and pepper, 50 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 2 carbs, and 6 grams of protein. Then for the honey jalapeno, they are 60 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 3 carbs, 2 grams of sugar, and 6 grams of protein. So these are one of my favorite on-the-go snacks that have a little bit of protein. When I want something salty, they really satisfy that craving, and just the flavor of the honey jalapeno, oops, wrong one, is so good. But I also really like the sea salt. This one almost tastes more like a summer sausage to me. Then Adam got some of these. He hasn't gotten these in a while. They are the Kodiak Crunchy Bars. So they're very similar to like the Nature Valley Crunchy Bars where you get 2 in a pack. They are 210 calories and 7 points on WeightWatchers for the 2 bars that it comes with. 8 grams of fat, 25 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 11 grams of sugar, and 10 grams of protein. We got some Love Crunch, which this is the dark chocolate peanut butter. We've been having a harder time finding this lately, although I did find it at Target recently. It is 4 points for a quarter cup, 150 calories, 5 grams of fat, 18 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 6 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of protein. And this is one that I like to add to my yogurt bowls, especially with the strawberries. It's been really good, or the like berry cherry mix. This with the little chunks of dark chocolate and a little bit of peanut butter is so good. It almost makes it taste like a PB&J. So that's one of our favorite granolas to get. We've been buying that one for years now. And then we also got some of these mini rice cakes. So these are probably my 2 favorite flavors, I would say at the moment. I don't know. I think I also really like the s'mores one, but I've got salted caramel and birthday cake here. Both of these are 4 points for the serving of about 21 pieces. They've got 90 calories, 3 grams of fat, 16 carbs, 5 grams of sugar. This one has 4 grams, and then 1 gram of protein. This is something that sometimes I don't even have the full serving. I'll just take a couple as like a sweet treat, and it satisfies, again, that craving that I want something sweet after a meal or something. Or for dessert, maybe I'll have like a full serving of them, but those are just a nice sweet option that we enjoy. And then, okay, the last thing that we got today was some Quest barbecue chips. So These are their protein chips. They are 3 points for the bag, 140 calories, 5 grams of fat, 5 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, and 19 grams of protein. So that's why I like them. It's a filling snack for a chip especially, but satisfies that craving for something crunchy, salty, barbecue flavored. It definitely reminds me of like baked barbecue Lay's, and they're just super flavorful. So they've got a slight protein taste to them, definitely. I have been switching off between these and the purple bag, which is the taco flavor, but today we decided to get the barbecue, and yeah, they're just a good high protein snack that we like to have every once in a while. Wow, that was a lot of stuff. We are stocked. The past few days has been kind of a struggle here. Every time we go in the fridge, we're like, we have nothing, and we've needed some stuff so that we can make some meals. So I'm feeling good for the week. I'm feeling very prepared because we've got a busy week coming up. So I've got a lot of meal options, which will be nice. I've got my coffee, and yeah, I'm set for the week. So if you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. It really does help out, so I appreciate you guys doing that. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.